world of YouTube, Archie here, and I got some more insane tales. And if this ain't something to be truth known, that I'm here to do something, to tell a story is right, to tell tales. I think found my reason of why I've been put on this earth. Don't know why. The hair is standing on the back of my neck, but to find out what I found out tonight, doing a little researching on my mother's maiden name, Stedge. And I don't know why my father, born and raised in Air, Massachusetts, or even his family would go out to the big flats, Corning, Elmira area. I don't know how my mother and father met. I'm gonna try and ask them. I'm gonna ask them tomorrow. Not try, but ask them tomorrow how the hell they met. But it comes to find out, my mother, born in Corning, New York. Her father, I believe, was born in Corning, New York. I think her grandfather was either born and raised in Waverly, New York, another town near the Corning, Elmira area. I've been looking on the map for a creek in Corning, New York, and come to my finding out, and just being in and out of these towns as a kid, and even I have a baby book that I was just looking into now tonight, that my mother wrote in saying, oh yeah, Archie being born, went to see his aunt and uncles in New York, Corning area, all out in that way. And come to find out, I don't know, maybe I was meant to be to do this. Call me crazy, I don't care. Believe it or not, I don't care. But the Iroquois Indians, Iroquois, I believe I'm saying, Iroquois, or Iroquois Indians, Iroquois Indians lived in Corning, New York. You check that out in the history of Corning, New York. And wouldn't you know, I did a video of Honest Abe. And of course, they're not going to put in the books of Abraham Lincoln in his great presidentship that he did, freeing the slaves. But guess what? In my video, Honest Abe, with question marks, Honest Abe signed papers on killing 300 Indians, hanging them, giving permission for stupid stuff. I forget what it was, and it was on an Indian website, and I went to try and copy that to share, and go figure, the thing disappeared or was on its way. It's doing some funky shit, I know that. I mean, I haven't looked it up since and tried, but I'm gonna do it again sometime. But you know, my videos tell stories, tales, and the truth. I wouldn't lie about this, and I wouldn't make this up, and then how would I make it up? But also, supposedly, you know, and it's about, I wonder why, you know, Indians keep to themselves. Indians stay in their reservations is right. Indians don't want nothing and don't want no one knowing of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. Indians are not bad people. And that's why I am here to tell that and to give, you know, the story and tales of them my own way in the modern world of today. And every time I read a goddamn article about an Indian, Native American Indian, which I don't like getting confused with India, but for some apparent reason, India and Indian names, India uses Indian too, so I don't know. But I'm talking about the Native Americans here. And all I can say within this past year of me starting my videos on the Great Chief Metacom War, and every day now when I go out and take a drive or I gotta go somewhere like today, I was gonna go to football games to my two sons, and wouldn't you know, hawks and crows, and I guess crows in upper state New York near the Corning, there is a tribe called the Crow Indians. And also, crows being relatives of the ravens in the bird family. Crows, ravens, and hawks are all together Native American birds, and the eagles. That's why the eagle is the national United States bird, because that one is dominant of all birds. Could take all of them out. I mean, that's how powerful it is, but to find out today, not only Abraham Lincoln, but Mr. George Washington did a campaign. And you can look it up on the history, or not history, but it's in the Corning, New York. I think it's in the places of interest section. And it is Bloody Run, as they call it. And it's a creek. And I'm trying to find it. I'm having a little tough time. But it's a creek in Corning, New York. And there's Indian names in the rivers there. And just to think, I lived in Corning, New York for about a year, 2 years one time, when my mother and father split up. And she took me back to her hometown, to my half-brother, Billy, from a previous marriage of my mother or whatnot. And I never knew about till later on in life, but no big deal. No sweat off my forehead. And there in that town I lived in there, I don't know, I felt so at home, just like an air mass. Felt at home. It even says it in the book of my baby book. When I lived on East Main Street, he likes it here. And supposedly I was a curious, calm kid. I remember when I woke up at 5 years old and stuff, but to find this out, and I took trips to Corning, New York as a kid all the time, every summer. When school got out, my father and mother, up until they split, went to Corning, New York. And to find this Aquarius, I don't know if it's Aquarius but I'll put it in the description box of the tribe that lived there. And they were the main tribe in this town. And George Washington, like I said, was trying to get a campaign to run them out, to get them out, and to take over, of course, their land. So it's just insane that I'm finding stuff like this. It's insane that I walked on the grounds of these Indians. Chief Metacom literally walked in my backyard near a pond, you should say, on the railroad tracks. Him and his army of men used that trail of railroad tracks that's behind my house on 52 East Main Street. And the Iroquois Indians living in Corning, New York. You know, it's just insane. And my father used to travel to Corning, New York, of course, through the Mohawk Trail, And it's sad now to find out that the Mohawk Trail, there was a store there. There's still a couple stores of teepees. They got like big teepees you can walk in, but it's a gift shop type thing also. But there was another one down the hill of the Mohawk Trail, just before the New York border. And they took this gift store out in this big wood carved Indian that stood next to it. It's gone, literally gone. I don't know what they did. The grass is all filled in, and they tore it down. Sad. That was a landmark, a landmine for the Mohawk Indians. And they also lived throughout Western Mass, in the border there, in the Mohawk and the Indians of New York, but just to be, oh man, I'm still trying to gather my thoughts on how I'm just so close to home, I should say, with all of this, how close I've been, and the infatuations I had with Indians. Well, it's about a wonder why, because now here I am telling their tales as Indians do. And I think it should be told, and I think they should be, because like I said, I'm sick of reading about the Indians. And even in this little piece, they talk about, how they got to push the Indians out. Why did they push them out? Why did George Washington start this campaign is beyond me, but to find this out, now I'm definitely on a mission. One day I'll have to take a little trip out to Corning, New York, and my mother had a house on Bridge Street out there, and my brother did. And I think he still lives in that house. I don't know, unless he moved or whatnot. I haven't seen him in years, since 1982, for Christ's sake. But it's just one of them things. My family, my mother and father always try to get out there to visit, travel and stuff. But now it's tough for me because of the modern days, and the bills that are piled up, and money is scarce. Sucks. But anyways, I thought I'd share that with you. And still, as you can see, I guess I got a long journey, and hopefully I can cover it all before I fucking croak. Because there's a lot of things that I've been in feelings, and I've been wondering why as a kid that, even though problems occur and stuff happens to me, I don't know. It's like something's always been there to guide me, and sometimes when I didn't have my friends around or whatnot, or family, it was like something was always there keeping me company. So I wouldn't, just probably lose my fucking mind of loneliness, but I don't know. I guess I got a journey now. And a point. I'm glad I've beridden my 17 years of alcoholism, but I wish I would have started younger, because I would have gotten a lot more done on this. But new goals, new missions, and more videos that come now, as you can see. And I gotta find out, I'm gonna get a DNA testing of what I have, and me for Native American blood or Canadian blood or whatever it may be. But I found out also that the Stedge name comes from Norway, so I don't know if I'm full-blooded Viking, as Norway is known for Vikings. That would just be insane. It's a lot to take in, to think of what my family's done in the past. Fucking nuts. All crazy. But I wonder I'm crazy talking into a phone every night, staying out into the darkness and relaxing. But then again, hey, Native Americans used to run through these woods, so They feared nothing. Love it. That's how I feel when I look out in these woods. I just feel as if I've been somewhere. Probably reincarnated of something, who knows. More craziness talk, but hey, this craziness is finding out a lot of stuff. And who knows what lies beyond my blood. But I'm on a mission now to tell the stories and tales of Indians and tell it the right way. Not this way that people think that these savages killed and lived in the wild and did wrongdoing, because they didn't. They're just like us. 500 years later, King Philip, great chief Metacom, was dealing with his rights getting taken away from him, like our rights get taken away from us every day. And it's been going on for centuries, as you can see, because even George Washington, even Abraham Lincoln took rights away from the Indians, take their land, hang them. Sick. I'm here to tell it of how it should be, that they're not savages and beasts of the wild, human beings like you and me, and they should be saluted like the military. This is their homeland. And England and France and everybody just took advantage of it and betrayed the Indians. And remember, if it wasn't for the Indians, New England here wouldn't even exist of the English or anybody, because they're the ones who taught them how to live in the cold. But I got a long journey to go, and I gotta head out. As you can see, I got more Indian videos that come, whether it be here in Massachusetts or now Corning, New York. Holy shit, I gotta get a grip on this, because man, just finding this out is like a friggin' tornado blowing through my brain. It's just insane. But another history of lesson learned. A lot of our presidents weren't as great as you think they were. Which in my eyes, I think now, right, and now all these sex scandal presidents, oh man, I'm laying into all you bastards. Well, till that next video, YouTube Nation, see you on the dark side. Out.